Hi, I'm Karl Taylor, photographer and photography instructor.
Hello, I'm Recher, photographer and consultant at Broncolor. Well, Karl, you're busy with the still life and you set up a whole bunch of lights and reflectors and diffusers.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this one.
It's a little confusing. Can you give me a run through what you did step by step?
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the things I do with a lot of my still lives is actually create a little set or a little environment just to add some atmosphere to the picture. So what I've done here for this wine shot is just used a nice piece of walnut wood surface, a couple of old rustic ropes hanging in the background, a piece of leather hanging as my background, another piece of rope on the table, just to set the scene, to give the right tones and warmth and colours to the shot. But you're right, there are a lot of lights in this picture. If we start at the back, I'll talk you through what we've got set up. I've got this P70 reflector with a medium honeycomb grid, which is casting this glow of light that you can see here, just grazing up there, just to put a glow of light behind my bottle of wine. Additionally, with a orange filter, just got a little bit of gel on it, just a slight warm-up gel, slight orange tint, just to create that mood and atmosphere. And you'll see I've got the same on this one. I've got a little Pico light with a Fresnel adapter on the front with the yellow, and that's just to add a little bit of light onto these ropes with a little bit of warm colour. These ropes will be very much out of focus because I'm going for a very shallow depth of field shot here, f3.2. And then my third background light, just got a projection attachment, adding a little bit more light on the rope here. This could have been a Fresnel, could have been another a honeycomb, but I just happened to have one of those to hand. So yeah, those two Pico lights and this P70, that's the background illumination. If we move round to the main light, which is this big softbox, we've got the 120 by 180 softbox, which is the main light on the bottle and the main light on the label. And then I've just put a little block of wood here just to reflect some of that light off that white surface back onto the shadow side of the label.
And it's that very small that it only hits the label but not creates more highlights in the glass.
Exactly, because if it was a big tall reflector, then I'd have another stripe of light down the bottle. So this just restricts it to the label area. Then over the top, another P70 with a very tight honeycomb grid, and that's creating just a little pool of light in this area so that I get a nice vignette running out here again to keep that atmosphere and add that atmosphere to the shot. And then finally over here I've got a Cirrus light. Again, that's the great thing with the Broncolor, is that it's all compatible with each other, so I can mix and match. I've got Pico lights, Cirrus, Scoros, uni lights, doesn't really matter. But you can see here, I've just put a red gel on this light, shining it through some diffusion material, and this is just to add a little line of red light down the side of the bottle, because what I find with red wine is you never see the red. Because it's really black.
They look black,
So this just hints that redness into the bottle and into the glass, and the glass of wine as well.
Okay, good.
So I think what we'll do is I'll start taking the picture from the back first, from the background, and then we'll build it up one shot at a time.
Yes, so we see light by light what happens, huh?
Yeah.
So switch off.
Yeah, let's switch off everything except for the P70 that's grazing the background. And we take that first shot. So this should just be the background.
It's only the background, yeah.
So we can see there, nothing else visible, only that background glow. So now I'll add on one of the Pico lights, which is the light that's illuminating the rope from the right-hand side.
The Fresnel,
There we go. So that's just a little bit of catch light on that rope. Next, I'm going to add the Cirrus in, which will give the red glow down the side of the bottle. So there we go, that's nice little red catch light down the edge of the bottle. We'll now put on the softbox. Okay, now here's something I don't like with bottle shots with a softbox. And they can work really nicely if you want a hard edged line. You can see this very defined edge line here, which we get from the big softbox. But I prefer it if we can soften that a little bit. So what I do is I use a scrim piece of trace, and I'll bring this in front of the softbox.
So I pull this back a little bit?
Yeah, we'll pull that back a little bit, and we'll need to turn the softbox up a little bit in power to compensate for the reduction in power from this.
Half a stop
scrim.
about?
Yeah, half a stop should be spot on. Right, so now with the diffusion material, there we go, we've got a lovely softening. It just takes that hard edge off of that softbox. I wanted to create this sort of vignette of light effect here, so I need to create a pool of light. So what I've done is just with the P70, with the very tight honeycomb grid, is put that from above the bottle to add a pool of light, which should finally finish the picture off. And there we go. So just a subtle little extra detail on there. If we flick between the two, we see without and with, and you can see how much atmosphere that adds to the shot. Also adds a nice little catch light to the top of the bottle there. But yeah, I'm very happy with that, which managed to put together in a relatively short space of time.
Yeah, great, fantastic.
So to stay up to date with all of that and more from Broncolor, follow them on their website or on their Facebook page. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much, and bye-bye.